All right, guys, we're going back in time. I took a little space to kind of regroup, and I'll give you an update. So it often helps if I give it enough space where I'm not emotionally attached to whatever I'm playing. So if I wait a month or 6 weeks, I don't remember what I was doing before. It actually makes the hand analysis side a little bit better. I can look at my game a little differently. So we'll kick it off. This is from the 1st of February of this year. I went up that huge amount of wins, almost doubled my bankroll in about a month, was up about $800. Then I went down 800, and that does not feel good, not at all. I'm up about 200 since then, and I'm still grinding my way along. It's actually March 10th when I'm writing this, or recording this, I should say. I like when AK works out. And we will see what happens. I kind of maybe would prefer I had not done that, but really depends on a host of factors. Yeah. So yeah, it really took a toll on me mentally, going up that high and then losing. And I think the ups and downs are something I'm just going to have to learn to work with. I think I can very easily win my way back. I've just got to be a little smarter in my bankroll management, and then like the levels of the tournaments. If I start losing on those $25 tournaments, it goes super fast. I mean, if you're gonna play, why not just put the guy in? I mean, he could have AK. What are you going to call him now? Yeah, and it's like that's the thing where if I give it a little space, it's like, okay, what's the benefit here? I'd prefer my ace nine to queen jack, but is he gonna catch something? Yeah. Some of the edges, when you've got, I don't know, when there's a 20% difference between, I don't know, jamming king jack and some kind of ace. What you doing here? Um, it's it's pretty down by the wire. It's hard to say what I think is you can make a play that's more statistically correct, but if you're less afraid of losing than the other guy is, that puts you at a horrible disadvantage. What do you think? So you have queens, fives, eights. Nope, we took that one. I've much to say about it, and I still think my situational awareness is better. You definitely hit variance and just some unlucky hands, but there's lots of it's not, I don't know. I just don't think it's luck. It's like I'm trying to mine out my game in certain ways to notice patterns for the people. No, 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 don't just, yeah, I could bet something. I made that mistake last night in a game. I checked something down instead of betting like I should have. I did it on accident. Anyway, um, it's not just luck. Like guys who play super aggressive, are going to hit certain things at times. And that situation, eights to AK, you tell me. Statistically, he's a little ahead pre-flop. Somebody who loses with a pair of eights like that, do you feel bad for them at the table? Um, yeah, I've tried to analyze it and figure out like what was I doing wrong? Why did I wind up in a situation where I was getting beaten so bad? And I think there's a lot of different factors. The vast majority of the time, I win when I play tight aggressive in the beginning and then open up my range as I build a chip stack. Unfortunately, what I think happens is I get overconfident when I have a lot of wins. I start playing aggressively too soon with too marginal holdings. And it's not just a matter of skill, it's more my sense of patience. I think patience wins me more than anything else, but it's not as fun to play tight aggressive. It's more fun to ride the edges and, do various things. So I'm trying to play it by ear. I'm trying to slow down. I've dropped down a little bit. I'm not playing $25 right now. I'm going to win a little bit more before I go back. And it's a matter of bankroll management, situational awareness, and frankly, sometimes guys just get lucky. You have to be aware of what's going on at the table. I understand certain things and situations. $30 is better than all losses. So yeah, going up 800 and down 800 is the biggest like leap roller coaster ride I've ever taken, and it's quite disheartening. But I just look at it and consider that I'm going to have to play better and keep grinding my way up. There's me going through a decision making process. Is he going to call a jam? Not if he's going to call. Not going to call a pot size bet. Lots of aggression. I see tons of two times the big blind. A lot of aggressive players. My tendency is to think that the guy has it when he makes a bet instead of, lying 50% of the time. And your goal is trying to figure out what percentage of that 50% he's lying at. I don't like 8-10 offsuit, but you don't have many other options. That's nice. Weak aces. I have a little better sense of when I think I can play them. Again, it's highly situational. Position is more important than ever. The other players are just so loose. It's hard for me to judge occasionally, whether I'm ahead. There's always going to be murky situations where you're not really sure what's going on. Though in this case, I am pretty sure I am ahead. There's only 2 minutes left here. I'm probably going to do a couple of these in a row. I took a little bit of a break. I was just pretty downtrodden after all the losses. It really sucked to go up so high and then lose so much. Um, I'm gonna win it back. I did it before. I can do it again. There's no reason I can't win. You know, win that back in a week if I really go at it. But we'll see. Proof is as they say in the pudding. Uh, Pretty confident here, unless he has a pair of aces. Oof, that was close. Does happen. Figured I might have been ahead. See, situations like this, you got a big stack and a small blind who called. Could have a pair of tens. How heavy do you want to bet after the flop with those guys still going and that shit? Like, I think it's a better spot just to fold here. I hate doing it, and I feel like it's super conservative, and I did not care at this point. But okay, here we go. Now what? 8 and 7. Yep. And that stuff is like, I don't blame him for playing it that way. By the way, I think that's a good read on his part. Let me go ahead and do another.